Hey everyone, it's Matt, aka Tech Ranger, and today we'll be taking a look at the Stealth 700 Gen 2 headset. And I've had this headset for about a couple years now, so I thought it'd be time to talk about it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and decide whether or not if it's a good headset for you, or if maybe something like the Stealth 600 Gen 2s are more your style, which is actually what I just picked up, and I've been liking a lot. So we're going to look at both of these headsets, more so the Stealth 700 because that's the one I've been using for the longest time, and we'll talk about the Stealth 600 as well. If you like these sorts of videos, if you like the way I break things down here on the channel, definitely feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff in the future. If you're interested in a lot of the technical specifications of this headset, I'll leave a link in the description that'll go to Refurbished site and the official page for this headset, but I really wanted to go into just my experience with this headset, how it sounds, how it feels, and one of the things that I'm not really fond of. I thought this video might be kind of timely because the max version of this headset just came out, so the original version, the Stealth 700 Gen 2s, are actually on sale for a pretty nice discount. I'd say the first thing I really like about this headset is just the way it feels on your head. It's a little big, but this headset just have like these gel cushions which are really nice and they feel really nice on the ears, and for a long gaming session, especially when you put these on, it kind of cools your ears, and after about 2 hours of gaming it does feel pretty good. Pro number 2, they sound pretty good and you can hear footsteps, you can hear all the things, you can even turn on the superhuman hearing in the app if you really want to, but I probably wouldn't recommend it. And I'm actually using Dolby Atmos with it, which really gives me a surround sound experience with the headset, which is really nice. So when I jump into a game like Elden Ring or Skyrim, you know, you feel like you're there in the game and it just immerses you just that little bit more.
Not exactly usual Fighters Guild work, but critical if we're to grow our services. Here's your coin.
The microphone on this headset is also pretty good, and it's actually about on par with this Blue Yeti microphone that I'm using to record this video. I'll leave an example of what this sounds like in the description. One of the other benefits of this headset is that you can connect it to the computer to update with software and stuff like that, or you can actually control the headset and what the functions do, what the mode button does, and then change your sound profiles and even create your own, which is pretty nice. Like, you'll be able to adjust the actual game volume and chat volume on the headset itself, but if you want to go any further than that, you'll need the app, but unfortunately you'll have to connect it to your phone via Bluetooth. And that brings me to the first con that I have with this headset, is the fact that the Bluetooth, you're going to get a lot of interference with it, especially if you connect your phone, which is nice, you can take phone calls, but if you have a lot of Bluetooth devices around, a lot of that interference is going to really mess with the sound on the headset, and you're going to hear a lot of snap, crackle, and pops. And sometimes when you turn this headset on, it might just randomly turn off. 9 times out of 10 it'll turn on and work for some reason. Sometimes it turns off, and then the sound just resets itself every time. And this happens usually whenever you turn on the headset as well. I've tried turning every wireless and Bluetooth device off other than like my game console. I think it has something to do with the interference with the wireless controller itself as well. Sometimes it's totally fine, and other times it's just annoying, and I'm not really sure why it's happening to me. I've had 2 different headsets so far, and I've had the same issue with both of them. So that's something to keep in mind if you're worried about the quality of the sound that's actually coming in the headset, or if you've been worried about wireless headsets before. So there's features I really like about this headset, like this flip down microphone that kind of unmutes you and then you can flip it up to mute yourself. And then obviously I do like the sound of this headset as well and how it feels on my head. However, with those cons, I was looking for a different option, and Turtle Beach actually makes another headset, which is the Stealth 600 Gen 2s, and there's a max version which has better battery life, and it's even cheaper. So step into the Stealth 600 Gen 2 Max, which is the baby brother of this headset, but it's the max version. It boasts double the battery life of the previous headset, and it's pretty much the same specs as the Stealth 700. You just don't get the cushions, the microphone is the same, the sound is the same, and you'll also be losing the Bluetooth functionality, which may be a benefit. At least in my case it kind of was. It also looks a little bit more normal on your head versus the other one, which was kind of big. Charging the headset is via USB-C like the other one was, and you get a lot of charge out of this headset versus the Stealth 700 Gen 2 that had a smaller battery, and then these have a larger battery. You know, I get about 2-3 days of use out of these things before I even really need to charge them. These are good for about 40 hours, so that's a lot of gaming. So with all that said, it's probably a good time to jump in on these types of headsets, these wireless headsets. If you want to get a Bluetooth one, definitely feel free to check that out. I will have links to both headsets that I own in the description. Just a friendly word of warning, make sure to store your headset so it's not going to break at the hinges, because they are plastic hinges, and yeah, that kind of sucks. So I hope that short little review impression video was helpful for you in determining whether or not you want to buy one of these headsets, whether it's the old gen version, which is the Stealth 700 Gen 2, or the newer version of the Stealth 600 Gen 2, which is the Max version, which I currently own and I've been kind of testing out and liking a lot. For me, if I get into the $150 range, it's a little much to spend for a headset, especially if you end up buying like an Elite controller that's also $150. It just kind of adds up really quickly, and then you're like, okay, my console is $500. For $150, you kind of expect the premium version of a headset. The good news is now it seems like those prices are going down just because a newer version of the Stealth 700 Gen 2s are out, which is the Max version. So let me know in the comments what headset you're currently using. Are you using a Turtle Beach headset? Which one do you have? Which one do you recommend? And with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.